Warden Daddy! Let's get to know him better.
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning.
Nuviet, please. You're killing me. That's also killing me. He's trying to remember what's on what layer in this map. Oh, never mind.
We once
First
thought
try.
the Fortress of Meripede would be super scary, but looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad at all. You've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons. It's really no surprise that many people don't even want to leave.
It's so convenient. Who wouldn't want to live in prison? Also, hi, Goku.
Oh, you mean Wriothesley? He's definitely a pretty impressive leader.
Very
He
impressive.
does look kind of intimidating.
Tee
He's
hee,
actually
twirls
pretty
hair.
easy to talk to once you've had a conversation or two with him. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guys? Yeah.
I mean,
must be
we've
doing
seen him get
something right
harsh.
to maintain order here, while not making
Depends on your
everything
definition
feel
of bad guys,
super
but we've
oppressive.
seen how scary he can be
Excuse
with
me,
Liddy and
I hear
Lynette.
someone there. Could you please do me a favor?
Huh? Paimon could have sworn she just heard something.
Uh-oh, someone has Prince Albert in a can.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
Is that Michael Sorich again?
Nope, Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't see anyone.
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here, inside this big box.
You're inside the box?
My password is
no
out of
wonder
the box.
Paimon didn't see anything. Well, come on, traveler, let's go take a look. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Are you naked?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I'd just like some help finding my hat.
I think that is
Just
Michael
your
Sorich again.
hat? But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair!
I'm on, don't be a dick.
Sorry. So that's what happened. Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind of hat was it?
I think you may have misunderstood me, but...
Storage, not storage.
Never mind. Please, just help me find my hat.
God.
It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy. I think I probably lost it near the
He was
entrance elevator.
a bunch of
It was
stuff
getting a bit
in
hot, so I took it off
OG
and
Power
had a quick
Rangers.
nap. But when I came to, it was gone. It's really important to me.
And
so
Vake
your help
from
would
Fire
mean the
Emblem Awakening.
world. I'll wait here for your return.
Don't worry, we'll be back in no time.
All right. Interesting start. All this for a stupid hat? Look, the man's bald.
Paimon doesn't see anything here.
The man's bald, and for some
Let's
dumb
go
reason,
somewhere
fiction
else.
has made that something to be ashamed of. I'm doing all right, Goku. Thank you for asking.
Just where is that thing? Oh, this is taking longer than Paimon thought.
It's in the water, isn't it?
Nothing in the water either. Paimon thought it might have gotten blown in.
What if we got you a new
I've
hat?
looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat.
Just buy him a new one with blackjack and hookers.
That's a good idea. If he's just looking to cover his head, then it shouldn't matter what kind of hat he's wearing. Why don't we check out the Rag and Bone Shop? If memory serves, they've got all
The what and what now? I'm only paying for the hat. I ain't getting nothing for you.
How did you know what Paimon was thinking?
Wah, wah, wah,
Oh,
wah,
this
wah,
is
wah.
bad. Nothing gets past you nowadays. Well, either way, let's go check it out first.
I have no idea what shop they're talking about. I don't think I ever checked out any of the places. I know I was told there were shops in this area. I don't think I ever checked any of them out besides the lunch one, because it was mandatory.
Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing in for Mr. Alvar while he's off restocking the shop.
Oh,
Now, just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner, dressed all in white, accompanied by a glaze-covered flying chunk of gingerbread. Oh, you must be the legendary traveler and their companion Paimon.
No. Well, you're half right. Paimon's the traveler's treasured companion, sure, but she's not
No,
some
you're
flying
not.
chunk of gingerbread.
Sorry.
No,
I just
that's actually
never
pretty
thought
apt.
I'd
You
get the
do have
chance to
gingerbread
see you with
man
my own
proportions.
eyes, so got a bit ahead
You got
of
Dairy
myself.
Queen, and your blizzard has been
I
served you in
hope
a
you
bowl
find it
because
in
it was
your
threatening to
magnanimous
spill
hearts to
everywhere.
forgive my
That's a blizzard,
discourtesy.
all right.
I'm just a nobody after all.
There's
They
no
put
need
them.
to put
They
yourself
put
down
blizzards
like
together in
that.
a way
Paimon's
just
venting.
precisely enough in a way.
Why, your heroic actions
Where
at
they can tilt
Aeneas
them
have
upside
long
down
made
for you
their
and
way
have
to
them
the
not
fortress
spill.
of Meripede. We heard that
And
you
yet
were
still somehow be
personally
melted by the
received
time you
Grace
get
when you
home.
made your way down here, you know.
They have
Ah,
perfected
you
the
were
formula
envy
to
of
do
all.
that.
And
for the
you're one of
express
His
purpose of
Grace's
making your day
favourite
miserable.
people, so of course, everyone wants to be introduced to you.
We're his favorites. Tee tee. Twirls hair.
Well, I'd figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And though I've only caught scant sight of his grace since then,
You feel
as
like
fate
there's
would
a
have
story.
it, I've become fast friends
Have you never,
with Mr.
have you never
Alvar
been there to like
himself.
actually order
I
firsthand?
mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to
There's
force
some kind of
something
dumb
to be
company
true,
policy where, like,
it's
after
often
they make
better
your
to just
blizzard, they're supposed to
with the
tilt it
flow.
upside down
Oh, so
to
now
show
you're
that,
trying
like,
to
it's not
kiss
running or
up
whatever.
Well, I did mean it when I
So if
called
you actually go in there in
legends,
person and order a
it
blizzard,
is indeed an honor to meet the two
They'll
of
they'll
you.
turn the cup upside
Oh,
down
enough
very
of that.
quickly and
Is
then
there
turn it
something
back.
you're looking for?
And they'll be like, "Oh wow, nothing's leaking, nothing's spilled, cool."
No problem. Anything else?
And yet, without fail, by the time you
Hey,
actually get
feel free
home
to
after
check out
driving
anything
back
you
with
want.
it, it'll start.
The
it'll
credit
start
coupon
melting.
costs are on me.
I felt emotional.
You don't have to be so nice.
Well, it's not,
Not
like I'm
that
getting paid
specifically,
to
but
watch
Dairy
this
Queen
shop.
in general does just
Instead
make me
of
sad
moral
because they got rid of my
coupons,
favorite
Mr.
blizzard.
Alvar
and I'm
usually
still
lets
bitter.
me just take my pick of our goods. Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill. Never hurts to make some friends.
All right, Paimon will take a look.
It was called the
Are
Midnight
you sure you
Truffle
don't want
Blizzard,
more?
and it was the best
These
anything ever.
opportunities don't come by every day, you know.
It's all right. Two will do. It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything to you for free. But anyway, we don't need to get into that right now. We can discuss Paimonology later. That poor guy must still be waiting for us. Thank you so much. We'll be off then.
No problem, and thank you for your patronage. I'd appreciate it if you could put in a nice word for our establishment the next time you speak to
They
His
had some kind of
Grace.
truffle one in February
That's a
earlier this
real
year. I'll keep an
sneaky way
eye
of
on it
getting
if it's a
good
seasonal
reviews.
thing now. Try and see if it ever comes
We've been
back. It
gone
never
a
has,
while.
from what I've seen.
Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air.
I don't go there very often unless I have no reason to look at the menu, so I don't know if like I know they do like rotate stuff out for seasons. But yeah, because my favorite's gone, I just don't go there very often anymore. I usually only go there. I haven't even been there this year. Usually I only go this time of year because they get the pumpkin pie one, which is the only other one I'm like super crazy about. But I actually have yet to get one this year.
You can come out now. We found your hat.
We found
Did?
a
Oh,
hat.
Archon, you just
Be
saved
honest.
my life just one sec.
Don't be a liar.
Wait, so you're not actually bald? You've got such a full head of hair, too!
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with my
I was
hair.
expecting a much older person, not gonna lie.
Wait, this isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new one. We tried really hard to look for your hat, but no dice.
Rip.
Ah, I see. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, but unfortunately, there's just something special about my hat.
There's a
Does
treasure
it have
map
some
sewn
kind of
into it.
sentimental value?
But, sorry, I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If
They
you're
got the
looking
mint
for a
Oreo
hat,
stickers.
I
Oh!
just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
There's the
Your
actual
Grace!
main character. Yeah. Extremely long pause.
Well, it's a slow day today, so I decided to go for
I know
a little
he's handsome,
stroll.
dude, but chill.
Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's
Be,
still good to
be
get some air.
respectable.
I'll say, I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Is that so? Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again, You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace. Then I'll be off. I'll get going now.
This guy's sus.
What a strange guy. Why did he care so much about his hat? Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a ghost.
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Prisoners are still people, after all. There are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky.
Prisoners can be
The idea
introverts.
of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
So who are these people?
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones, the Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the Coupon Cafeteria? It'll give us time to catch up too. And if you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up...
All right then, please follow me.
Yeah, I don't remember a time where they ever got rid of the mint Oreo. That one always seemed like it was ubiquitous, but again, I stopped going that
Welcome,
often.
Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal? Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals today.
I'll pass on the food then. What about you?
I'm good.
Then Paimon will also pass.
I had a delicious
Paimon
cheeseburger.
will
I'm
save her
fine.
stomach for something better.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills, Walsey.
Then I must beg your grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great shipments in from above.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
The stereotype of a brutish, violent prisoner is wholly untrue to wider prisoner experience, and hardly anyone here fits that mold. Except Frank. Fucking asshole. What's he in for? Petty theft. He's just a fucking dick.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for VIPs.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
2
Fucking
bottles coming right
Frank.
up.
Our first meeting took place on short notice, and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but I'd love to hear it straight from the source.
Whoa. That'd be quite the long story.
We fought tooth and nail for the sake of justice.
Impressive. Not all who possess the courage to risk their life for their ideals also have the strength to make it out unscathed. Had you not possessed these remarkable qualities, I probably wouldn't have had the chance to make your acquaintance in the first place.
Paimon gets the sense that you're trying to flatter us. That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress and I maintain our autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration?
A bit. But also, you don't talk about yourself very much.
So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself. I was convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms, some fair and ethical, others less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top. So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, now did it?
Kinda. You're really different from most of the people we've met so far.
I'm perfectly aware of that too, but even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
Only friendly? I feel the same way, but only friendly?
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo. They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while. We're trying to trace the goods to their source.
Got it. Leave the box here and contact me immediately if you make any progress. You're dismissed.
Yes, Your Grace.
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
She mentioned something about contraband. Are they like dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term is just applied to things people want to bring in on the sly. Many people here are experts at pulling rabbits out of the most ordinary hats, so we have to examine everything carefully. Now, what do we have here? It's more or less what I expected.
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks, yarn, balls, ropes, mechanical parts, and even a gem! Wait, if you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
So, what have you guys been up to in Fontaine? Well, they did convict and arrest a man I'd been having sex with weekly, and I think I took it well. It was pathetic. Hush, gingerbread.
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit! Traveler, why don't you
If I became one of those Paimon, that would make me a duchess, thank you very much. Oh my god, learn your terminology. What about you?
Paimon will be your vault keeper.
That's not an
Jokes
official
aside,
position.
I didn't know you'd be so interested in this box. How about this then? You can pick anything you want
Hush,
from it.
gingerbread.
Consider it a gift from me.
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No,
I
take
genuinely
that.
like that
Paimon will have you know
comparison.
that
Again,
she's
that's
got
what
a
her
real good eye
proportions
for
remind me
treasure.
of.
I
They are
never
not
joke
wrong.
about things like this.
All right, Paimon's gonna have a look.
Dude. Somebody should make a Paimon cookie cutter.
This one, this dark, sparkly gem. You just know it must be worth a ton of Mora.
Surely with all the jokes about her being emergency food, somebody's done that, right? Made a Paimon-shaped cookie cutter. Eat Paimon-shaped cookies and or gingerbread man. That has to be a thing, right?
Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead?
Is that gem the devil?
There's something weird about this gem. Paimon remembered a lot of bad things when she picked it up.
A lot of bad things in general, or a lot of bad things you personally have done? Schmer schmer of the schmoid?
Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just drawing them out of Paimon's brain. It was super spooky.
Uh-huh.
Is that so? Let me give it a try.
How much would Wriothesley and Fua get along? Oh, splendidly. They're both wolf boys.
Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks.
Oh, a PTSD machine.
Are you sure? I wouldn't exactly call it fun.
That's fine. I've been through some shit.
Fair enough. Go ahead. I don't think it'll have a permanent effect.
I can give myself PTSD flashbacks anytime I want. I don't need a magical box to do it. God, remember how good the Cranberry quest was solely because Paimon wasn't in it? Good times.
Are you okay, Traveler? You also saw something, right?
Yep.
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its properties. Paimon, feel free to pick something else.
Then, actually, never mind. Paimon's gonna pass. Paimon was thinking about one of the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
Good choice.
You do have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents.
Let's
Seems
not
like
be
we're
hasty
almost done
here.
with our drinks, too. Let's go check out the Society's gathering place, then.
I
can
remember that I
introduce
once
you,
had
and
a
we
day
can also
without
continue
you.
our conversation while we're at it.
too then. Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Just noticed? I wasn't exactly busy the first time we met either.
Does he really strike you as the type of person to just sit in his office and do paperwork all day? Come on. Man is hands-on. Giggity. Same hat? Same hat!
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for your arrival.
I do declare.
Are these your two guests?
I appreciate them having fun with the accents.
Let me introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the
The
Beret
British
Society.
merchant, now this
This
guy.
is their gathering place. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was set up an organization in the same way as you would in the world above. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time.
Oh,
I
lonely.
remember that feeling all too well. None of us knew anything about this place then, after all.
We all need friends in here. I could be a friend to you.
But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help everyone turn over a new leaf, they would no longer have to lead such gloomy existences. Thus, it was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
So you were also involved with this, Wriothesley?
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, and sleep. But the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other.
I don't
and
trust
remind
them
each other
berets,
of our
not
goals.
no how.
Everyone can focus on rehabilitating our mental states and even make many new friends. Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons. Same for the things you can see here.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mirapede? Oh, right, and what's the deal with the hats?
Yeah.
There's nothing deep about it. I just felt like we needed some kind of visible identifier. If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, then the hats would become a point of pride for them as well. And when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life. I hope this hat will show everyone everything we have been working towards.
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen, which also helps them recruit new members.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. Let's take a little old seat over here. There's no need for us to stand. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around too if you want to learn more about us.
Oh, right.
Achoo!
What happened to your
Sorry, I'm
slow
allergic to
day,
bullshit.
Wriothesley?
Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. It shouldn't take long. We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better if you took a look around for yourself.
Why does Paimon feel like he didn't answer the question at all? Well, we're already here, aren't we? Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model prisoners, right? So this is what their spot looks like. Hey, what are you doing over here?
Oh, hello. You are guests of the Duke, are you not? I'm organizing the bookshelves. Want to take a look? We've got some classics, as well as a few books that the members published themselves. Yeah, most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. And even I've learned to use a camera. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground, none of us would have ever had the time to learn any of those skills.
It's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Not only that, but we've
Going to
also
prison
now
was the
got
best
mental
thing that ever
space
happened
to
to
think
me.
about taking on new things. Before we came here, we were constantly exhausted just trying to live. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though, all we need to do is think about the things that we want to do. You never know what you may be good at until you give it a try. And while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to societal expectations when you're already in jail.
So this is something like a safe space.
Yeah, that's exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at fighting, or have the physical strength to do hard labor. The society is exactly what some of us need. And that's it. I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free to check it out if you want. Just remember to put the books back after you're done.
Don't worry, we will.
That balloon from that kid was the best thing ever.
Welcome to our gathering place. Is there anything you'd like me to explain to you?
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to explain our amenities and benefits to our latest members. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has
I'm glad
already
I did not
explained
make
some of it,
a
but
drinking
allow
game.
me to fill you in some more.
A continuous
Besides this
gag.
space, which our members
out of
use
the,
to
the
rest and
NPC
relax,
drinking
we
game
also have
I
an
did with
entertainment
Dia
room, a
that one
fitness
time.
room, and a self-study room. These rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to
Because I
use their
think
free time to the
your
fullest.
boy Wriothesley would be fighting a losing battle right now.
Cool. Do you have a restaurant too? If you did, you also wouldn't have to eat at the big cafeteria anymore.
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we still have to rely on His grace. We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research into recipes and cooking.
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it'd be easier to live your life if you had all this support.
Yep, and that's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the society. We all think we made the correct choice to join him.
Yeah, but you all have to wear stupid hats. So how correct was your choice, really?
Hey, you there, newbie!
Oh my god, a guy with actual muscles!
Hello? Are you talking to Paimon?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, why don't you follow my lead and take a deep breath before letting everything out like this? Ha!
No guts, no glory!
That's how I pump myself up every day. A lot of my friends have found it super useful too. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs and return to the day with all the optimism in the world. Why don't you also give it a try, huh? I promise that it'll work.
Paimon's gonna pass.
Feeling shy? That's alright. As long as you remember this trick, it'll come in handy one day. Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
Well, I've learned
All
nothing.
right, we've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like they're all pretty happy. That would explain why
What's with that
only
lisp
had
of
good
his?
things to say about
They
this
do
place.
that a lot. They hire a lot of voice actors, actually, as, like, NPCs that seem to have some kind of
It
impediments.
looks like they're starting to wrap up their conversation as well.
I always
Let's go
remember that
over
one
to them.
NPC from
Of
Psy used
course,
to hang
Your
out.
Grace. I
That
will
had a
attend to those
very,
matters
very
right
noticeable
away.
one.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add. Oh, you're back. What did you think about this place? Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the society as a whole.
Oh, wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the evaluation process.
Mercy!
It's all right with me, though. I'm pretty confident about our growth and activities.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Don't think anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
I don't like societies. I don't like mobs. It seems alright on the surface.
Yeah, you're right. By themselves, our resources probably don't feel like much.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities and psychological needs. Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless and enraged, causing pain and conflict.
That's why we
But if
must
we can
remain in
placate
prison
them,
until we find
they
a way to
lose their
tame the
fangs.
spirit
They can
within.
even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the society, I had met too many people who could not come to terms with themselves. And I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though, they would just be useless distractions.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
What? You fight in the ring too? Wearing those high-tech boxing gloves of yours?
Oh, I almost never need them.
Hey, isn't that the guy who lost his hat? Did you come here to relax too? What's wrong? Did you
What?
forget about us already?
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for helping me get my hat back.
What's the issue?
I'm sorry, but I've got to go.
He's still as weird as before. Paimon's
I do
kinda
like that
used
we
to
got
it by
banned
now,
from
though.
fighting in the arena for being too strong.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I do find that hilarious. But yeah.
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as I recall, he's always been a little strange, but I'll check up on him later. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
We'll leave him to you then. Where were we before we got sidetracked?
Was that Giovanni? I thought it was Michael Solrich, but I think, but it could also be that guy, yeah.
Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use
It's always a
everything in their
50-50
power
with these
to win.
games. It's either a
And when
complete
emotions run
unknown
high, things often
or
spiral out of
somebody you
control.
actually recognize.
That would be when I need to pull out my gloves to maintain order.
There's no
Sometimes
middle ground
you might need more than just
of like
gloves as well.
relatively well-known VAs.
This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number
Either
of times.
complete newbies or like OG vets
Oops.
that don't feel like they should be here but are for some reason.
Isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't let it come into contact with my skin.
Oh,
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
Yes, right away.
Back from exercise, nice.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your Grace, please let me know if there's something wrong with it now.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford this kind of a thing.
I guess that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day. The Traveler also has some other plans, after all.
Got it, Your Grace. Take care, everyone. I'll take you to the exit. Traveler, Paimon, it was an honor. I'm sure everyone would love it if you were to visit again. And that
Not a
goes for you
detective,
as
just
well,
a man
Your
with a
Grace.
silly hat.
We wish you all the best in
A
your
whole
endeavors.
society of silly hats.
And same to you.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day. Why did you lie to him?
Well, what's your opinion of the Society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
Paimon thinks it's pretty chill. Weren't you complimenting them the entire time as well? Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the lines of encouraging people to embrace their new lives with optimism? There's only one potential problem. If the Society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
That is certainly a possibility. But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dugier's plans for the future. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too. As expected, you also picked up on it. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I can tell you right now, though, that this was an unexpected turn of events. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now a confrontation may no longer be avoidable. It's hard to predict what might happen next.
You've completely lost my mind.
Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just tell them you left something of yours there by accident. If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left. And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members.
Can't you just tell us exactly what to expect?
I'm just following the most popular playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I've even begun to miss it.
I'll trust you.
I'll explain everything to you later, but right now we need to seize this opportunity. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place. We might not get another chance like this anytime soon.
Then what are you gonna do?
Just keep being handsome.
Good question. What should I do? Maybe I'll drop by the ring and sign myself up for a fight.
You're allowed to enter,
So you're
but
really
I'm
just gonna make us work while you slack off?
Nepotism. Let me fight, Coach. I want in.
It's just as Wriothesley said. Seems
Let
like
me out.
Dugier is no longer
I can
here.
do.
You said you felt there was something off about this place, right? So let's see if we can feel something out. Paimon will do her best to help.
I don't know where to start, man.
Wait, you guys are...
We're really sorry. We just realized that we lost something, and we figured we might have left it here by accident.
Why
we'll be on our
acting
way
so
as soon
soft?
as we find it.
Oh, okay.
See a glass bottle here? Sauce. Bruh.
Nobody?
Really? Really, people? There's just some spice in there, man. Nothing's... Bruh.
It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we lost a whole bag of more or anything.
You guys are criminals. How are you so mad at this?
If none of you caught a glimpse of it, we're not going to tell Wriothesley anything. Don't worry.
I'll go find Mr. Dugier.
No need. We're just looking for something. Why does he have to know?
Sauce!
We can look around for it, yeah?
Say something! Say something or I'll steal all your painted-on onesies. You sussy baka bitches.
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and... I'm sorry. But you can't check out the books right now.
We weren't thinking about that to begin with, but weren't you super friendly just a moment ago?
Sorry.
Why won't any of you look me in the eyes?
Hey, hello? Anyone home?
Hello? How can I help you? The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and, I mean, you've already heard my spiel. I don't know anything beyond what I've already told you.
You don't know anything?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just... there's nothing more I can tell you.
I would tell you to take a seat, but you're already seated.
Hey, big guy.
What do you want?
Isn't this how you greeted us earlier? Take a deep breath and let it all out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You sure are a fast learner. I ate something earlier, so I'm falling into a bit of a food coma, and,
That's not how that works,
I mean,
sir. Speaking
not
from
everyone
experience.
can be super upbeat all the time, right? You're looking for something, you said? I didn't see it, but, it should be somewhere nearby.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
Oh, you're back. How are things at their headquarters?
It was as if they had all turned into completely different people.
That would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Right. He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering place. Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since we first met?
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, so the one who started it all was... It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to
Oh,
figure
son
out
of a
what's
bitch.
really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states. Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know. It almost feels like the performance was too elaborate.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody? Aren't you the Duke? You can do whatever you want in this place.
I don't think that's how that works,
Well, maybe
Paimon.
you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just give me the word and I'll hand you the cuffs. In all
Don't
seriousness,
even
however,
joke about that.
Cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. They're mostly for show.
Give her no
Everything I do
power,
is
grant
on
her no
display.
quarter.
The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down here. And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
That sounds a bit deep. Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
I just realized he hasn't mentioned tea once. I don't think I know this character as well as I thought I did.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice and order. And that's why, even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
Smart.
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out some way to control the members of his society. And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a show.
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen. And that won't turn out well in the long run. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit. The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a fish will bite.
Fish? Bite?
Let's give them some time. My guards will need it to finish their investigation, too. You can find me in my office when the time comes.
Hey! Don't just leave before you've explained everything to Paimon! Hey!
How dare you? How dare you make me use this function? Today or tomorrow?
It's finally evening. Wriothesley's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
Don't mind me. Storming the boss's office.
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far and go over any sticking points. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point. Could whatever they're afraid of be so powerful that even you won't be able to do anything about it?
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just 1 or 2 people, but it seems like everyone's convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them. Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side. So it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense. Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once. Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth, and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
Ah, so you did that on purpose?
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the Society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble. Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
My God.
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things
Always
for
a
yourselves.
schemey boy.
But I can assure you that
Someone's
I've now
getting
told you
typecast.
everything there is to know. Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could
make a
continue
very
to lend me your
snide
support
comment about
and help me
P3
figure out the
reload.
true secret behind the Society. Would you be willing to lend me your support?
Once again, don't even want to talk about it, quite frankly.
Paimon's still mad at you!
If you need help Keikakuing, we can help you, Keikaku. We got Jinkaria here, too.
You have my thanks. Now, there are still 2 outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats. I've examined one before. There was
secret
nothing
of the
suspicious
hats.
about the item itself. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
Now, like I said, I find that sad, too. Because I like him as a voice actor a lot. And yet he's getting cast with nothing but garbage ever since Rindo. First Fremine and now that kid. I feel bad for the guy. Nothing wrong with comparing VAs and portraits. Nah, that makes me sad, too. I mean, VAs, there's nothing to compare. All of the non-party member social links didn't have voice acting in the original. In that case, there's something to compare. And the portraits, again, I hate the way the game looks. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, Your Grace. But
Everyone
may I
looks
come
so
in?
overly
I'm afraid
shiny,
that
like they're
someone's been
melting
following
or
me.
greased up like characters from
Please,
Dragon
do.
Ball GT. All of the girls' lips are way too pronounced. Granted, that's been an issue with like just that artist art style in general with a lot of the newer personas. I didn't like it
I
in
apologize
P5
for my lack
either.
of composure. These 2 are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct? Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
I
Slow
hate
down,
the way that game
take
looks.
a deep breath, and start from the top.
Ooh, Beelzebub.
What happened at the Society?
I'm sorry, Your Grace.
Thank
I will
you,
try.
Blanco.
I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the
Life
gathering
is pain.
place?
Life
Yes,
is pain.
he fled
Existence is pain.
immediately, but
Everything
many
is
members
pain.
are hot
Persona
on
3
his
Reload
heels.
is pain.
Thankfully, he still managed
Ooh,
to meet up with
Beelzebub.
me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Yeah, no, I said what I meant and it has not changed and will not
Censure
change.
is Dugier's method of establishing
Everything
control,
about that game just makes me
as
suicidal.
well as the thing we all fear the most. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
What?
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to
That
in
face.
such a hurry.
Oh, sorry, it's my answering machine. Believe it or not, Wriothesley's not at home. Leave a message after the beep. I must be out and I pick up the phone. Who could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home. Wriothesley, when are you going to change your voicemail? Let me think about. Believe it or not,
Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You see, Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable ever since she
BRB
arrived at the
changed my
fortress.
voicemail message to that.
She rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random
Don't mind her.
gibberish.
She's not taking her meds.
I don't recall
boy.
hearing a knock or giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely did
See, that's
not
kinda
wish
your
for
own
your
fault. You
grace
set a
to be
precedent.
alarmed.
We come and go as we please.
Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please, forgive my discourtesy.
Like we believe you.
Baka.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know his grace to be a reasonable man.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasal. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat, really. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses. We've brought him back to our place, so there's no need to worry.
Yoko Shimomura's
I'm
birthday.
sorry,
She's a
Your
very
Grace.
talented composer.
I don't have anything more to say.
This is what you're afraid of, correct?
I feel very
can
sorry that
tell
her
me
talents
everything.
were wasted on Kingdom
I'll
Hearts
do all I
3.
can for you.
That's about it.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Tell him to go fuck himself.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say. Pressuring her will not get you anywhere.
It's all right, Elise. As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of, no matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you. I swear this on my name and honor as the Duke.
Your Grace, forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've already said everything I could say about
Coming
the
back
matter.
to Super Mario RPG, nice.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have
Remastering all the
anything
old
more to
tracks, I
say.
assume.
Please, don't press me further.
But why?
In that case, Avis and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies for disturbing your peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Miss Avis, please show me your head. That is an order. There's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head.
Trying
The
too hard,
society
dude.
has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards of the fortress. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal?
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede. But your grace is welcome to visit us any time to confirm the true intent of our activities. All right, Avis. Let's head back.
Ugh! Just what's up with that guy? He makes Paimon really, really mad. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance. Oh, he must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. All the more reason for us to be patient. The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely react if he were taken into custody. And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me. The true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic. However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they trying to hide?
Oh no! Oh, ho yo! This mini game.
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret.
This mini game ain't it, Chief?
There's nothing wrong with the hats themselves.
Please stop trying to make it happen. Head?
But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avis feel the need to remove her hat? From the way Dugier acted, he must have known from the beginning that we wouldn't be able to find any evidence. But if there's nothing on her head... But... I need to think about this a bit more. I need to think...
I have an idea, but...
Maybe something in the hat? That was literally my first suggestion, was something sewn into it, but there's apparently nothing in it, so...
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
She didn't take off her hat. She did it to take off her hair clip.
You mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing.
Thank you, Secret. Appreciate
That
it.
would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed. Let me take a look. I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. It's hollow on the inside.
Not sure about the
Looks
whole
something
getting
like a
along
cross
thing after
between
all.
a
Fu would
nail
have
and a
rushed in
thorn.
without a plan. That's actually true. I think they have pretty similar ideals, but that is true. Fu was a lot more hot-blooded.
Paimon's lost again.
Are you
Let's
ever
see.
not?
What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem.
Oh no, the smooth!
And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
Is it the ooze from Prometheus? What is happening?
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity.
No!
With that in mind, this liquid is
okay.
probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Pain!
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
They're injecting cranberry juice directly into their brains!
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly
Jesus
injected
Christ!
into your brain. The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life.
Good
Agony,
God!
desolation, and an overwhelming sense of despair. No
That's
wonder they're all
fucked
so
up.
terrified of it.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
And that might not even be all. Let's go get them right away. We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
I mean, where's he gonna escape to? He can't leave the prison. At least I don't think. Motherfucker thinks he's Scarecrow. Hey, little buddy.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
NPC Scarecrow. We have an
For
episode
something
title.
like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh.
Literal brain holes!
Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here.
Yeah, they ain't gonna show that.
Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They ain't gonna fucking show people with open head wounds. Pull the thorn out, Fivehead.
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of
NPC
pain.
Scarecrow and the Cranberry juice. Writing it down.
Let's go check out the other areas, too.
Oh, I actually posted live stream chat. Oh, well, whatever.
Hey, come here. Have a look at this. This is a book that Paimon found in
I've
a
been
box
posting
next
episode
to the
titles in
bookshelf.
Discord instead of my
Its
search bar of
contents
the
are
internet.
exactly the same as this book
Because
on
it's
the
less likely
shelf.
to get deleted if I leave it in
The
there.
colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
Those were also just for show.
Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
They were being threatened with cranberry juice, Paimon. I think they have I think they are fine. I think I can excuse them for that much.
Look at what I found. This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not
I
there in
hate those
person,
puzzles.
he'll still always have eyes on the members. Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less, or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
Your Grace, Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any Society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh. Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
Real headquarters is somewhere
Indeed.
else. Probably a one-time domain.
As long as he allowed Society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And
My
only the
God.
most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket. I'm of the same mind. Let's go. You two, follow me.
Oh no. Oh no. Not this guy. Oh, no! Oh, I hate when they do this. It's like, yeah, explore, figure it out. Oh, never mind, I got lucky. Apparently.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
That's fine. You take your time, buddy. Or not. Height differences.png. Tee tee hee.
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
After them!
It's Wriothesley! Run!
Ha-ha! You can't outrun me. I am the master of the bunny hop.
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Where were the drugs going?
Come on! It's time to talk! Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen it pass through a large drainage pipe.
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
What is he cooking? Probably meth. Or cranberry juice. But that's too evil to comprehend. We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and assume it's just meth. Prune juice? No. Guy's a monster, but he's not literally Satan. He wouldn't steal a man's kidney. Yep, sure enough. Yeah, they're gonna rearrange my party and probably give me a demo Wriothesley. But that's fine, because mine's not finished being built yet anyway. Because those beetles are annoying to find.
So much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
I love one-time domains so much. I love having to live in fear of missing out on chests. If you want, I can have your beetles, Stella. Appreciate the offer, but it's not even a matter of like not having them. Like, they regenerated fast enough that I could have had them all. It's just that they're outright hard to find. Like, they just kind of tend to be in a lot of vertical locations on the map that are kind of hard to get to or figure out exactly where they are in relation to everything else. Like, they spawn in on lots of tower areas, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, what floor of the tower is it on? Some of them I can't find.
I'm going in! Clouds high, the birds call!
In the final act, I kind of figured. Oh, come on.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh?
Stay cool and face your guilt.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
I still don't know how to feel about the trend of all,
Dugier really prepared
oh,
for
no, I guess
everything.
Baiji's not. Never mind.
And that would explain the strange
I was gonna say I don't know how to feel about all
decommissioning
the
requests I
male
received,
catalysts
as
being
well as
punchy
account for all the
boys.
Gardamex that had
Feels vaguely
mysteriously gone
sexist,
missing.
but Baiji's not.
Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey,
he does normal catalyst stuff.
Seems like some kind of handbook.
Granted, that just
Let me
makes me
see.
want a female punch girl.
Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists
What
all
I'm
the
saying is
rules
put
that they're
Fuhua in the
expected to
game.
follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission.
Not going for zero Wriothesley.
5 members shall form a group,
Get scarabs for
and the whole
Cena.
group
Oh,
will
yeah,
be
the
punished
scarabs
for
are a
any
pain in the
single
ass.
member's wrongdoings.
But yeah, I
Anyone
appreciate
who
the
reports
offer.
a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food.
But like I
and
said, I
water.
probably have. I think
see.
I think I'm about.
So it's much as
there
I
should be more in my overworld right now. It's just a matter of actually sitting down and trying to find the damn things.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however, and so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dugier's slaves.
This is kind of fucked up right here.
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
So what you're saying is
No,
I
your
need to get
decision
one of
was
those
valid.
and keep it
However,
on Paimon at all
It's
times.
also
Got it.
valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
The cuffs. He's got the cuffs out. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They're not for us. Yeah, I need to get me a chunk of that crystal to keep on hand. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I'm stuck down there, come on. Yeah, the domains half the time just seem like an excuse to program obnoxious physics into the game. Nah, you can't climb things. Because fuck you.
If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place, but the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to Paimon do something to this mechanism here? Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it, Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
Good thing it's not up. We got Poozles. Actual Poozle. Okay. Are any doors open yet? That one. Can't move these. Only do. Okay.
Whoa! It's turning! Is it
Also
because
only
we
rotate it
touched
one
this
way.
thing?
Nothing.
Look, the other side's open! Let's go.
Hashtag worth it.
A moment, please.
Let's light it up!
Bro. Don't ball me. Dude!
Clouds hide. The birds call.
Stop that. Only I get to annoy enemies with elemental reactions. Don't get to do it back at me.
One with nature.
Be sanctified.
Wind strike. As one with wind and cloud.
This could get a little chilly.
Also, I was talking earlier about the male catalyst thing. I knew it's literally in my party. Granted, I don't know. Does he even need this? He's a catalyst user. Does he even need a catalyst? You don't need a vision. He's a damn dragon. The whole thing is a facade.
Oh, it's so high! We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Gotta keep up appearances. I still adore that one freaking line of dialogue he has, where he just starts cackling at the idea of Archons wearing fake visions to keep up appearances.
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others. Is there something we can do?
Ah. Yeah, I think I get it. Yep.
Ooh, the water level's gone way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Yep, this is my life now.
My way now.
I think one of my biggest nitpicks in the game still is the fact that enemies and domains don't drop materials.
Lots of empty cells.
Like, come on, man. If I'm paying resin,
Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
you can at least give me that much. One-time domains like this is a little more understandable.
Every person counts.
Then again, they're not repeatable, so no, not really. Should probably be in here too. Hey there, little buddy. How's the pain train treating ya?
It's all right now. You can leave this place.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again. So close to me. I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
Oh, all right. Let's search for an exit first.
Oh boy. There's nothing back here too, is there? No. Don't tell me I have to make a loop.
Open. Huh. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
This poor woman's eyes are melting. Someone
Just
should help her.
focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here. Let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not?
I prefer
that mechanism
professional
from
help.
the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area. Don't forget to bring these along.
Oh god, more? I will say I prefer these puzzles to some of the other ones around Fontaine. At least I did until now. These ones look like they might be a pain in the ass. Especially because I'm not sure what I'm trying to do. I assume I'm trying to open one of the other doors. Ah. Need to open the red one. Yeah. Guess it was there only one. Yeah, there's only one that's closed. Okay. What are we working with? Yeah, this one's gonna be a pain in the ass, ain't it? Bruh. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. My game, please.
into the wind.
Going to assume I can't do anything with these ones. No. Yeah, I thought I was stuck under there or something, but not just stuck in a bad camera angle. Still bad, but not dire. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. There we go. Easy clap.
Time to go.
Yeah, some of the puzzles in Fontaine are kind of hell. It's a little hell to explore in general.
Time to go.
The reason I ain't even close to 100%ing most of the areas here. I just don't have a whole lot of incentive to keep exploring. I also still haven't 100% of that last area in Sumeru.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules.
Boss and
remember
boss.
their names. Fasal and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us.
Is he
and
the fucking
today you
Iron
will see with
Maiden?
your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause.
What the fuck?
Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores.
Get back in the water.
Of course. You will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again and again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle. I'm sorry.
Bad lip syncing.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure.
It's like the
shut
pain
your
box
wretched
from
mouths.
Dune,
When did
except
I
directly
give you
into the
permission
brain.
to speak?
This is
My
fucked
rules
up.
are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Wriothesley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already?
Dude.
What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your
Dude, you're
feet?
torturing
It
people
would
for
seem that you
literally
can't see
no
the difference
reason
between
as far as I
sharing
can
and
tell.
looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice! Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what they've always deserved.
That would
please,
include you,
Are
asshat.
you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives
Not
and
like
well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running?
We know how
Isn't
bullshit some of
all
these
you
laws
need
are
to
because of when we
cushy
first
laugh?
got here. Fiorena's trying to get us on the having a floating object unsupervised during a Tuesday or whatever. Like, we know the laws are bullshit. It's not like every single person in here shivved a nun, my guy.
Sadly, you're
Shut the
wrong
fuck
on
up.
both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen
They've
them
done a
as
very
curds.
good job making the NPC villains in this area fucking complete scumbags. Between this guy and the serial murderer, who was trying to replicate what happened to his fucking dead fiance, who got absorbed by the water. Jesus Christ.
The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
I feel the same way.
You think me arrogant, Wriothesley? Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world.
Oh no, he's whittling their knowledge.
Actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Your name is... I didn't want to say it, but it's so obviously what they're going for. Again, that or the Green Mile.
Have a safe trip.
Either way, this is pretty fucked up.
Justice is blood.
Everybody stand back.
Let the mighty be humbled.
What's stripping, JC? We're killing the Scarecrow. We better kill him.
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
How did you get a gun in here?
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. You should set an example.
Fuck up, my
Funny how
guy.
that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood.
Holy shit, I love this man. How many people awoke to a fetish from that scene? Dear God. We rescued the rest of the people and got the needles out of their brains. Get them some nice big old band-aids for their brain holes. Fucking berets, man.
Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
Just don't
If
piss
you
him
ask
off.
me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
It could have gotten much worse. As far as we know, but nobody actually died under his bullshit. It's just that they all have crippling PTSD now. Also brain holes.
Yeah, it's the least that we could do.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier?
He's being guarded
I've
by
already
top
got an
men.
idea. For now,
I like
think I'll
that.
do nothing.
Why?
JC, no.
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the
Yes,
sorts
but
of
no.
punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments.
Oh my.
I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
Sweet! We'll give him like 50 brain hole needles. And he'll have 50 PTSD flashbacks all at the same time.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon.
She offends most of us.
Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of, so... How about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
Don't get our date until 2 days later, you whore. Just kidding. I can't stay mad at you. You're too dang handsome. And before, but Nova, you hate Hancock for saying she could get away with everything because she's too beautiful. I know.
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind her for sure.
Makes your legs quiver, you know you're doing something right and you're straight. It's impressive. Fucking Joe Z's are doing a great job. I think this is the first like major role I've heard him in since Three Houses, and it's been an absolute delight. He's fucking great. He knocked it out of the park.
That's not what Paimon meant at all. Wriothesley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Wriothesley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory. Please, go ahead.
So what do you dream about when you get PTSD episodes via magical needles?
Ah, that's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
Can't have anything nice, can we?
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well. I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles.
That explains a lot. Good God, can I play one game or watch one thing that doesn't involve human trafficking in some fashion?
Yes. Like the society,
It's
my
becoming a
parents created a
trend.
facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared
I was
about
gonna
that
say,
at
I
all.
don't think they gave a shit in the first place.
But
They're literally killing once you find out the truth.
So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free.
On a completely
I
unrelated
was
note,
convicted
what's
for
winning the
my
next group
crimes
watch
and
poll right
exiled to
now?
the fortress of Meripede.
I'm sure it's not also something that
My
involves
methods
that
were
in
extreme,
some fashion.
yes. But I was still a teenager at the time. I'd
Dear
been betrayed
God.
by those I trusted most. And I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the problem. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved.
I don't really have any advice whatsoever, dude. That fucking sucks.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's Avis and Fasol. Are you
Oh, you two recovered fast? Jesus.
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Glad to hear.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
You're getting married?
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other.
Yeah, I do think I was wrong about
We
that being
always
my source.
believed
I think that is the same
Dugier
guy who
was
did Giovanni
manipulating
in the
us,
Star
trying
Quest.
to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't
for
abandon
them.
me, and
Good for
I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory. So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
Woo! Prison wedding!
We can't thank you enough, Your
Let's
Grace.
fucking go!
We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here. So now it'd be too hard to leave.
Tons of special memories. Like that time we were both continuously forced to experience the worst pain of our lives over and over again, while holes were drilled into our brain.
And we have full confidence in the
Very
fortress's
special.
future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
I get that I get that they have some good stuff too, and that this like place is like self-sustaining or whatever. Like, you don't have to be a prisoner to live here. It's not the worst place in the world, but also, good God. I don't know about that one, guys.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
He did not mention tea a single time in that quest. Is it still prison of Stockholm Syndrome kicks in? I guess not. That's something else I need to draw attention to, because I think Pump was grilling me about that. Not seriously, but like Pump was like, oh no, he just keeps talking about tea. Is he like, what's her face from, Engaged? Like, nah. Nah, he's not as bad, and I think that proves it. Because he did not mention tea once. He's an actual character. Crazy how that works. I like Wriothesley. I am pissed that he came home kicking and screaming, but goddamn, that solidified it. That was a good one. Once again, a little NPC heavy, but like for a reason. For a reason, it still saw plenty of the actual character, so it's fine. He is a very, very, very cool man. I am thrilled to have him. I declare I will finish farming those beetles to get him the rest. Finish leveling him up tonight, as long as I remember. I also gotta grind in Digimon for tomorrow. But all right, I think that is all for the remainder of this patch when it comes to Genshin. We got the event done. We got that done. No new secret hangouts like that time they randomly added Kaya's, I don't think. Nope. Nope, we're good. We are all caught up until the next patch. Looking forward to that. So I also have to do my minigames off screen. Yes, that is true. I do indeed definitely have to do that. Oh man, what kind of rewards do they give you for it? Oh, free weapon. Yeah. Not sure if that's any good on anyone, but we'll get it. Alright. With that, the Gacha intermission in general is over. Thank you all for your patience with me. Like I said, since it is Thursday, right? I can't day. I miss an illusion. It is Thursday, yeah. Since tomorrow's Friday anyway, I'm just gonna do a long weekend and just hold off on getting back to Fire Emblem until next Tuesday. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do some grinding in Digimon tonight and just get back to that and do that all weekend. And we will be done with Gacha for at least a little bit. I don't think Starrow's getting any major updates either. I know Topaz is gonna be playable in the second half, but she already can call on the expressway. I don't think she has a companion mission or anything. Maybe other people do. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Either way, Topaz is valid. The fact that people hate her so much just means that she's an actual character, and I can respect it. Even though I don't necessarily agree with her principles. I respect the hustle. How long is Cyber Sleuth? I think I was told it's like 18 chapters or something. I'm only on chapter 5, but some of the chapters seem pretty goddamn short. It's just very easy to get sidetracked in that game because I'm constantly trying to make new Digimon. VA does amazing for her job as a space agent. Yeah, no, she's great. She's a fun character, even if she's a little controversial. I totally understand why people hate her. I'm not going to change anyone's mind on that. But again, I will take characters having some actual dimension to them, even if it means they're kind of bitches, as long as it makes sense. Xinglu is an exception because her bitchiness ends up just coming off as smug, and a lot of her story contradicts itself. But Topaz is cool. Anyway, that's Stariel. This was Genshin. That was Wriothesley. He's a cool guy. That was a really cool one. I hope Duche, or whatever the fuck his name is burning in hell for all time. I'm gonna take a break and take a bit of a break. Grab a snack, stretch my legs, yada yada, and probably get angry at Gundam Seed Destiny. Thank you all very much for putting up with me. Special thanks to Fusion, Ninja, Go-Kart tier patrons, Vroom Vroom. If you want to help support Wriothesley cuffing you, and establishing dominance. Check out links in the description. Love you guys. Nighty night.